Hello, welcome to McDoll Strategy and Tactics, and thank you to our subscribers. In this series, we play through each of the battles in the American Grand Campaign in Close Combat 4, the Battle of the Bulge. We use historical World War II US Army doctrine to plan and conduct each battle. We will start with the G2 report on the enemy using Form 16 from the United States War Department Staff Officer's Field Manual. It is now 0800 hours on December 22, 1944, the morning of Day 7. By yesterday afternoon, German forces were defeated along the length of the front line. The Americans dominated the front line east of the Ur River, with only Esch-sur-Sûre remaining contested and a foothold at Echternach. Intelligence reports indicate the following enemy units from north to south. Kampfgruppe Piper of 1st Panzer Division back at Zimmerrath with tanks. Reconnaissance elements of Kampfgruppe Knittel of 1st Panzer Division at Udenbrecht. Reconnaissance elements of Kampfgruppe Valois of the Lehr Division at Losheim. Panzer Company from Kampfgruppe Waldenberg of 116th Panzer Division at Dasberg. Panzer Company from Kampfgruppe von Böhm of 2nd Panzer Division at Weiler. Panzer Company from Kampfgruppe von Poschinger of the Lehr Division at the Siegfried Line. Panzer Grenadier Company of Kampfgruppe 901 of the Lehr Division at Esch-sur-Sûre. And possible enemy units at Echternach. There were no reports of German artillery fire or combat aviation. Yesterday afternoon's fighting saw a further 2 company-sized Kampfgruppen eliminated, for a total of 31 Kampfgruppen across the front since December 16. While we do not know total German strength opposite, we estimate the majority of German armoured and mechanized strength has been destroyed, but infantry formations remain largely intact. We estimate cumulative German losses are 1,067 killed in action, 1,018 wounded in action, 155 tanks, 153 armoured vehicles, and 1 anti-tank gun. The weather continues to be unfavourable to combat aviation. Despite devastating defeats across the board the previous day, including no fewer than 7 Kampfgruppen disbanded, come the morning of December 22nd, and a seemingly inexhaustible supply of German armour has once again poured out of the Reichswald. Next, the G3 Operations Report using Form 17 from the United States War Department Staff Officer's Field Manual. Our front line is as indicated on the map, as is the location of our troops as at 0800 hours, December 22, 1944. The morning's weather forecast is for snow. Our operations on the line of contact are as follows. 14th Cavalry Group defended Zimmerrath against Kampfgruppe Piper of 1st Panzer Division, resulting in a total American victory. The 112th Regimental Combat Team of 28th Division defended Udenbrecht. The 422nd Regimental Combat Team of 106th Division defended Losheim. The 7th Armoured Division defended Dasberg. 10th Armoured Division defended Weiler against Kampfgruppe Valois from the Lehr Division, resulting in a total American victory. The 110th Regimental Combat Team of 28th Division occupied the Siegfried Line, and the 109th Regimental Combat Team of 28th Division defended Esch-sur-Sûre against Kampfgruppe 901 of the Lehr Division, resulting in a major American victory. In the combat outposts, 38th Regimental Combat Team of 2nd Division occupies Baugnaz, The 117th Regimental Combat Team of 30th Division occupies Saint-Vit. The 424th Regimental Combat Team of 106th Division occupies Schnee-Eifel West. 8 Corps Engineers occupies Longville. The 506th Parachute Infantry Regiment of the 101st Airborne Division occupies Warden. In the main battle position, the 507th of the 82nd Airborne occupies Wilsam. The 504th of the 82nd Airborne occupies Barak de Fraiture. 9th Armoured Division occupies Offlies. The 502nd of the 101st Airborne Division occupies Neuville. The 505th of the 82nd Airborne occupies Champs. And the 501st Parachute Infantry Regiment of the 101st Airborne Division occupies Bastogne. Cumulative American losses are 414 killed in action, 416 wounded in action, 54 tanks, 5 vehicles, and 19 guns. The overall result remains a major American victory. You will recall my strategy. In line with American doctrine, my broad approach is to hold 3 defensive lines. First, the defended roadblocks along the Siegfried Line and Ur River. These acted as my early warning to slow down and wear out the initial German offensive. Second, the combat outposts from Saint-Vit through Clerf to Wiltz. Third, the main battle position from Stumont through Offlies to Bastogne. My reserves started along the line of the Meuse River from La Roche to Saint-Aubert, and I will try to hold Bastogne as a redoubt, even if surrounded. Normally, at this point, I would outline my plans using Form 5 from the United States War Department Staff Officer's Field Manual. However, this time we face a fork in the road. As with most of our episodes, I must now evaluate and choose between 2 courses of action. The first course of action is to continue the campaign. As things stand, this will almost certainly mean fighting the same battles on the same maps for another 10 days or 20 turns, which at 1 episode a week will take another 2.5 years to complete, including regular appointments with Kampfgruppe Piper's zombie army at Zimmerach, which is once again the next battle on the schedule. We can reasonably predict the outcome of the campaign, possibly a total or more likely a major American victory. But, just like a real war, even once maneuver and tactics have won the battle, it is going to take a lot of attrition to get to victory. So, the second course of action is to declare an early victory and move on. There are still plenty of maps we haven't played in Close Combat 4. We can take these one at a time as single missions. Then, a change of pace as we continue the Battle of the Bulge. But in the game Armoured Brigade using the AB 1943 mod. Then it will be on to Close Combat 5 Invasion Normandy, playing on the operational defence as the Germans. I have made my decision, and from next episode we will pause the campaign and work through the single missions. Let me know what you think in the comments.
Congratulations, Commander! Not bad for a couple of days' work. Your performance in this operation has not gone unnoticed. You limited the German advance and launched a successful counterattack. You've earned a promotion. Now make sure you tell your assistant commanders they are to be commended for their performance. All right. Here's the skinny. Effective immediately, you are to proceed to Paris for a well-deserved week of R&R, after which you will personally join Patton's command staff. Good job, Commander, and congratulations.
Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and donate. And stay tuned for the next episode.